What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles, the YouTube channel. We have top 16, quote unquote, of the Lille regionals. We have Kim on the left. Look at all those top 4, top 8. A SC champion. What is that? A state champion? Maybe? I don't know what that is. But anyways, on the right we have Piper, multiple regional champion, world's top 8, NEIC top 8. A lot of accolades to Piper's title for sure. And we're gonna have a very interesting matchup here. We're gonna have Gardevoir versus Zoroark, a repeat of Pittsburgh regionals, where we saw this in the finals, and we did see Zoroark take a 2-0. I think 2-0, no, maybe 2-0. It was pretty, I don't know. It was very in Zoroark's favor, for sure. And now we're going to see, does Kim have any kind of new ways to play against this Zoroark kind of deck? So we see double Zoroark come down from Piper, pass onto Kim's turn, and let's see what Kim has here. So Piper doesn't have a lot, but that doesn't mean anything. Piper still could have maybe the turn to attack. Maybe they just want to play passive and wait and really get set up before they start attacking or something. That could be something they could do too. But on the Kim side, we do see the Brawls, and Kim is playing the Jellicent version. Now, this is definitely the version that we saw back in Pittsburgh, right? Jellicent, just item blocking and stuff like that. Make where your opponent can't do anything. And we'll see if that item block really does play a big deal here. Will they go for those frillishes and try to item lock Piper or not? We'll see what they decide to do here. But it looks like Kim gonna look through the deck, see what's in there. They did drop an Artisan, which is gonna be great for Piper because they're gonna be able to use it next turn and find, you know, another Zorua. If they want to go for Darmanitan, because Piper is playing Darmanitan, they're gonna go for the Darmanitan route. They can find Reshiram. It can find all these little pieces that Piper might need, maybe the Cleffa and stuff. So that's definitely gonna help Piper out a lot. But I understand Kim having to put it down because you want to be worried more about your setup than your opponent doing their setup. Like if Kim already had like access to 2 Ralts and stuff like that, obviously you would have put down the Artisan, or if they had ways to get down 2 Ralts, you definitely would have put down the Artisan, right? And we can see that, you know, Kim, yeah, only had the 1, has the Dark Energy and the Team Evo. So what a great start for Kim here, having Ralts, double Evo, and do they have 2 Curly in the deck? We see that Piper has the Cyrano, and it looks like Kim only has 1 Curlia. I did think I saw 1 in their deck, and they're probably playing like the 3-2-2. Yeah, they're playing the 3-2-2 line that most Gardevoir players are playing now. And we see Piper does get 3 Zoroark EX with this Cyrano, I forget how to say this person's name, but getting 3 Zoroark EX here. So we're going to start seeing trades immediately from Piper, try to get set up, and they could have a situation where they can go for like an ends PP up and, you know, attach a basic energy from your discard to one of your bench ends Pokemon, attach an energy, and they could swing possibly this turn. It is a lot to ask for, but it is definitely doable. And if Piper does this, I think they'll be like in like so far ahead that like Kim's definitely going to be in trouble, right? Like knocking out the Cleffa and stuff, like turn 2 and stuff like that. That'd be really detrimental to Kim for sure. But here we go, trade number 1, discarding the Okie Dokie, saying, you know what, I don't need this in this matchup. I pretty much probably only need it for the probably just a mega deck, right? And there we see Piper getting the Buddy Poffin, so they're gonna find multiple Zoruas here, and then Piper can use that Artisan to find the last card they want and pretty much have a great board setup, right? And you know, it doesn't look like they have energies as of right now. They've already used a supporter card and stuff, but like I said, Piper could hypothetically maybe like get a setup out of nowhere because those ends PP up. So we'll have to look into that and see if Piper can pull a playoff like that or not. We see a Dark Energy to the Zoroark and just a pass saying, you know what, I don't think you're going to be able to knock me out next turn. It actually doesn't even use the Artisan, I don't think. I definitely don't think we saw the Artisan even being used, saying, you know what, I don't need this, which means they don't want to go the Darmanitan route. I think that would probably be the only thing you grab with the Artisan. You don't want to grab In's Reshiram because that could be knocked out or something. And then, you know, it could be targeted. And Piper probably plays like, what, 2 of those, something like that. So it's a little harder. Oh, only plays 1 of the Reshiram. So a little harder to set up kind of thing and find it if they do knock here only 1. We do see the Curly in the hand and then restart for 3 here. So we saw the Ultra Ball for the Mew. We saw the Monkey Door be with the Artisan. And actually doesn't really have anything. We see the Monkey Door come down. We're going to swing, do a ton of damage, but not take a knockout. Now, this is scary for Kim because Piper could easily find the Ins Reshiram because of this Artisan. So here we see the Artisan, and they did have an energy last turn. I did miss that, unfortunately, in the hand, but they did attach it. I forgot to talk about it. But let's see if Piper's got the Hilda here, which will guarantee the attack this turn. So there's a Dark Energy. There's the Ins Zoroark. We can trade some more, draw some more cards, and yeah, this is going to be very, it's going to be a big hit right here for Piper. They're going to punch this Cleffa for a ton of damage because that virtuous, the powerful rage. How much damage is that? Who knows? It's a lot. It is a lot because Cleffa is also weak to. Oh, it's weak to steel actually. So It's not going to be like crazy amount, but we have all 4 Zoroarks out. We're doing the trade thing. We're going crazy. We're going to do the attack here. 6, 12, 18 times 20 is like 360 damage, right? Coming to that Lily's Clefairy. On to Kim's turn, and this is going to be a huge draw here. What do they draw? It is an Arven. Okay, so we can at least get a Gardevoir set up this turn, most likely. Yeah, I think we could. We see the Mew restart for 2 here, 1 and 2. So they could find a Gardevoir this turn. They drew into an Ultra Ball. They might Arven for an Ultra Ball. The question is, who do you attack with here? You could maybe go. Well, Scream Tail only hurts the bench, so that's not going to work. Yeah, I don't know. So there's the Arven. Arven can grab like two cards and like you get thin out. We see the, you know, you can grab a card that you want to discard with the Ultra Ball. We see Stretcher going in the hand. So let's see what Kim decides to get here. Yeah, so since they only play Screamtail, they can't actually hurt the active in Zoroark because Screamtail only hurts bench Pokemon. They don't play the Drifloon, so they can't actually knock out the active. And I think that's what Kim really wants to do here is knock out the active with a basic Pokemon, right? I think that'd be very ideal here because if you attack with the Gardevoir, there's a chance it can immediately be knocked out by the in Zoroark EX. Like I said, Piper only has to find, you know, an energy, ends PP up, and they can go crazy here. But I guess Kim could swing and just fingers crossed that Piper doesn't find it. So we'll have to see what Kim decides to do here with this. So we see the Gardevoir coming down. We're going to use the Slacking Embrace, put 20 damage on it, get energy, and let's see. So we see a Screamtail come down. Going to retreat into the Screamtail. Do you just pop the Reshiram? That could be a thing you could do too. So we're going to put. Oh, actually, Screamtail can hit the active. Holy cow! I messed up there. Yo. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, so yeah, I'm silly. I'm used to seeing Screamtail only hurt the bench, and that's why I was like, oh, it only hurts bench Pokemon. But my goodness, that was a huge misplay on my part. Whoops, I forgot the Screamtail can hit the active. I mean, I forgot that. Yeah, I didn't even know it could hit the active. I don't play Gardevoir at all, and I'm sure people are gonna call me out on that. But yeah, it still went the same play I was talking about, getting that basic Pokemon to punch the active, take a huge knockout here, and now on to Piper's turn to see what happens. So we have this Secret Box. This could potentially guarantee the knockout on something, right? We see the NSPP up, we see the Watchtower, we see Iono, and what is that last card going to be? What stadium card do we want? Do we want to grab one? I think I would. We have the Watchtower, so we need a tool card here. So didn't grab a tool card. What tool cards does Piper play? Piper does play the Binding Mochi and the Air Balloon. Okay, so we already have the Air Balloon in the hand, so that's why. So we have the Dark Energy. There's the NSPP up, so we will be able to attack this turn. But what does Piper go for? Do you just like punch the active and knock it out? There's the Watcher coming down. And no, gonna actually go for the boss. Take a knock on the active. Okay, taking away their energy acceleration. And yep, just gonna take a knockout here. Now, if that Screamtail gets enough damage on it in a, let's see, if they bring it up to 140 with the Brave Your Charm, they could technically one-shot the end Zoroark, right? If they put 140 damage on it. So we see a trade here. We need a Charm, though. There's the Gardevoir. There's the Iono. Yep. And can we find the Charm or not, right? So you need the Charm here, I'm pretty sure. Because right now that's only do 120. Yeah, if you put a Charm on it. Actually, you put a Charm on it, it only brings it to 140, and then you can't take a knockout. So yeah, you have to two-shot this, unfortunately. Yeah. So there we go. Yeah, so unfortunately you have to two-shot this. But if Piper has a boss order, they just win. They can just knock out the Gardevoir on the bench, knock out the Mew, whatever they want to. So yeah, if Piper can find the boss here, they just pretty much win the game. We see how many cards are left in the deck. Maybe Piper knows there's a boss on the bottom. How many bosses does Piper play? Piper does play 3 bosses. So there's trade number 1. They use all the trades and I miss them. Oh no, there's trade number 2. It looks like maybe they haven't used. Okay, there's a 3rd trade. All right, so we see 3 trades, and there's a boss. Yep, there we go. I still think this matchup was like very bad for Gardevoir. I don't know how they necessarily win this matchup. I just really think it's just like Dark versus Psychic, and like Dark just wins, right? I think the biggest play we see is like definitely trying to like, you know, just send him a single prize or an attack and stuff like that. I don't know what else Gardevoir can really do. Maybe they could like try to go their early lock route, like go for the Frillish and start locking Piper and hope they just can't get set up. That is probably their best play, like just try to lock and everything like that. But even then, how long will that buy you, right? Do you just like lock and hopefully your opponent never gets set up and then you take their only Pokemon knockout? That's like the only realistic thing I think of in this matchup. Yeah, so I don't know what Kim could do here, unfortunately. But we'll see. We're going to get number 2, see what happens. I imagine Piper will go first. Kim will opt to probably go second and try to get set up quickly. And looks like they do have a Monkey Dory start. And they were really like aggressive too. They did find like the turn 1 like Team Evo and got the Curlias out and stuff like that. But, you know, just have to deal with the Zoroark deck. It's so hard. So we do see the Jellicent and the Secret Box prize for Kim. And very interesting, both players are playing Secret Box, which is pretty cool. Secret Box is definitely like take it over pretty much. And yeah, oh my goodness. So Piper starts turn 1 Secret Box. You can see Cam's face immediately like, oh my goodness. Like their only hope is to hope that Piper doesn't get set up. And now like they not going to say they already have super set up, but they're going to be able to Buddy Poffin, find 2 Zoroarks, Artisan for another Zorua. They have Hilda for next turn to find the Zoroarks and stuff like that, and an energy. If Piper already has an energy per turn as well, like they're pretty much guaranteed a turn 2 swing. And yeah, just not looking good already for Kim. Kim hoping that Piper can't get set up immediately. And yeah, Piper just instantly start with the Secret Box. Not what you want to see if you're a fan of the Gardevoir deck. So there is the Artisan, the Buddy Poffin, finds 3 Zoruas, and you can see Kim there took a big sigh and like, oh my goodness, really? Like really, my chances have definitely dwindled very, very quickly. Because now if Kim goes for the lock play, Piper plays so many outs to find these Pokemon, and there's the Dark Energy attachment, which means the Hilda will definitely get an attack off next turn, and Piper will start going to town. And I mean, it could like be like take a second and like set up multiple Zoroarks before they start attacking. That's not a bad thing either, but just already guaranteeing that like Kim's item lock from the Frillish is really not going to work. So like back to the drawing board, what does Kim do here? I have no idea. This is like definitely a bad matchup. And so this is actually Kim's second time playing Zoroark, but the first one was actually a Zoroark Crustle. Actually, they played Piper in round 10 and did lose that matchup. Kim only lost twice, and one of them being to Piper, the second one being to a Charizard Pidgeot deck. They did beat a Zoroark Crustle deck, which is very different, right? That's definitely more focused on the Crustle, and then Kim loves that matchup, most likely, right? They love to swing with these single prize Pokemon. But here we go. See Kim looking through the deck, see what's prized, what's not prized, all that kind of fun stuff. We do see the Vessel discarding a Psychic, which is what you want to do turn 1 with these Gardevoir decks. You're going to get multiple Psychics in the hand and stuff like that. But like, if you're not locking Piper, like definitely like kind of nervous for the Gardevoir player. But we'll see. Anything can happen here, right? Maybe I have no idea. I don't know. Like you try to go for Iono or Locka, maybe that could be something we could see. But we see Kim looking through the deck right now, and yeah, I mean, just start looking like what does Kim do here? They notice the Secret Box prize and stuff like that, and we do see 2 Psychic Energies on top of the deck, and imagine, yep, there we go. We have the Artisan. Artisan can find the Curly as they want to, so they're going to go 1 Psychic, and do they go 1 Psychic, 1 Dark maybe? Maybe that's what they're opting for. Yeah, so 1 Psychic, 1 Dark. Okay, we do see Ultra Ball discarding a Psychic, discarding an Artisan. Going to find another Ralts here. Maybe go for Lily's Caferi, actually. Okay, not going for the other Ralts. So Monkey Dory might be a play. Maybe they try to confuse Piper and hope like Piper can never attack or something. That's a crazy play, but I mean, it could be something. Looks like Kim's going to go for the Mew here, and then we're going to see Artisan going to grab another Monkey Dory. So definitely a interesting kind of route that Kim is doing here, getting multiple Monkey Dories, not going for the Ralts. And I know they have 1 Ralts in the hand. Maybe they just want more Monkey Dories for some reason. We'll have to see what Kim is planning here. I'm definitely interested. So we see Dark Energy, we see the 1 Ralts, we see the Restart for 1, we see the Arven. So Arven can then find Buddy Poffin, Nest Ball or something. Do they play Buddy Poffin? They do not play Buddy Poffin. They're playing just the Nest Ball variant. So this is definitely going to find a Nest Ball, and then I definitely probably grab another Ralts here. Yeah, you have to be scared that Piper has balls and stuff like that. I know they did put a Hilda in the hand, which is kind of like showing that Kim that Piper is going for the Hilda play, but you never know. Piper could just top deck a Zoroark and start trading and stuff, and then draw into stuff. But we do see the Nest Ball go in hand, doesn't actively use it, and just going to pass and go into Piper's turn. So we can see Piper sit up the Zorua, evolve into Zoroark, and so we already have the draw. Let's see here. Going to Artisan first. Going to thin the deck out. Going to find the Reshiram. Going to have an attacker on the field. And that's the good thing about this Artisan. It can just find you your Reshirams, which is like super strong, right? Just like be able to like, all right, I want Reshiram. Come to me, Reshiram. Because like I said, Piper only plays one of them. And so that's like a very scary thing sometimes. We do see the trade. We see another Zoroark come down. We're going to see another Zoroark do a trade. They have another Zoroark in hand. We see the Hilda. So we're going to go for the Hilda knockout this turn. And like I said, Kim might be trying to go for like a Monkey Door confusion play and just hope that like Piper doesn't have easy ways to send out this like confusion, but they have Petron, which will definitely help with that situation. Does Piper play the regular Evoltal? They do play one of the basic Evoltals, so even if like Kim goes for the confusion play and Piper can find the basic Evoltal, they can just like use Petron, send a Evoltal, retreat back to Zoroark, and yeah, I don't know what you do there. So Air Balloon, Energy Attachment, knockout onto Kim's turn, sends up the Mew. I think they have Rare Candy in hand, but I don't see the Gardevoir as of just yet. So we do see a Ralts going to the hand with the Nast Ball. I wonder why Kim didn't get it down low. Okay, going for Monkey Dory instead. Going to Artisan for another Ralts. Okay. And like I said, I saw Rare Candy in hand. There's also a Fezandipity. So we might see a Fez flip the script. We maybe can Mew restart for 2 or something. I think that's okay. Nope, I can't restart at all. All right, so we see Fezandipity come down. We see Hard Charm to that. We see Mew restart for 1. Gasta Vessel, that's not good. Oh no. Okay, so we see Earth Vessel discarding the Screamtail, getting a Psychic and a Dark. And like I said, Kim can attack with this Monkey Dory, but Piper does have this Petron, and so like they're just going to keep like retreating out this Pokemon. And they also get sent to the Zoroark with the Air Balloon, so that's not going to work either. We do have the Gardevoir, so we can attack this. We can get the Rare Candy Gardevoir, but do you like what attacker do you use here? So we see Rare Candy into Gardevoir. Okay. So Dark Energy to Monkey Dory. We didn't have the energies from the Psychic Embrace that can go down. But what does Kim go for here? What do they do? Yeah, I don't know. So it's in a Monkey Dory. Gonna put an energy in active. Take 20. We can move the 20 off. Gonna put 20 there. Gonna not put 20. Put 20 there. Can move the 40 with the Monkey Dories. Gonna put 20 in the active so they can use the Adrena Brains. Gonna put 20 there, 20 there. Do they play? Okay, let's see. So Kim. Okay, so they don't. Okay, so I was maybe seeing, do they play a Devolution kind of play, but they don't play that either, so they can't go for the Devolution play. That could be something really cool that we could see, but nope, nothing to de-evolve, unfortunately. Okay, so now we see Piper going to send up the Zoroark with the Petron, going to send back up, and now they're going to take a knockout, going down to 4. Actually, got the Ball Sorter. Oh my goodness, going to knock out the only Gardevoir in play. Yeah, that's not good. Piper will go down to 3, and you got to think if you're Kim here, like, what do you do? So Piper puts the energy on the Air Balloon. Zoroark, I wonder why they didn't put on this Zoroark. Because this one can be like used to do the treat thing kind of thing. I guess they could also just like retreat that and then like send it back up with the Air Balloon. So that's fine. Maybe they're scared because this one has damage on it. Maybe they think like Kim could go for a Devolution play. Maybe Piper wants to like eventually Turo this up or something. So maybe that's why they put energy there kind of thing. We do see the Vessel discarding Psychic. But like if I guess no matter what, you're taking a knockout the Reshiram, so I guess it doesn't matter, right? I was gonna say you want to kind of maybe have the energy for that, but I don't think it really works. A bunch of X's and O's comes on the screen, but I'm just struggling to see what Kim could do. I don't want to say that like Kim is out, but it's not looking good. So Vessel discarding a Psychic to get 2 Psychics. We see Ultra Ball discarding Ultra Ball and a Psychic. We see the Lily's Cafeteria come down, and Lily's Cafeteria could probably take a knockout this turn. And then you're just hoping Piper doesn't have Ball Sorter, but do they have a way to get back? We'll counter catch up the Petron. Okay, Mew restart for 2, Turo, and nope, and then Cam just scoops up there. I guess maybe they're trying to go for their outs, so like taking a knockout with the Lily's Cafeteria on the Petron, and then hope that like Piper doesn't have Ball, so like on Gardevoir. But yeah, that matchup is so lopsided. It's just, and then like, I think Kim's only, out early game is to go for the Frillish, and they didn't find the Frillish and stuff like that. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, a quick 2-0 from Piper. In Zoroark, just doing in Zoroark things against Gardevoir. Probably a fantastic match. I mean, Piper, how many Gardevoirs did they hit? Let's see here. Matches. They hit one. Actually, only 2 of the Guardies, and they did beat both of them. So, like I said, one of them was also Kim, but other one was just a straight Gardevoir, no Jellicent. So, probably even a better matchup for Piper. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for top 8, because this is technically top 16. Alrighty, guys. Bye.